on the brink of is a world of increasingly intense, sophisticated artificial intelligence.
Technology is evolving so much faster than our society has the ability to protect us as citizens.
The robots are coming and they will destroy our livelihoods.
You have a networked intelligence that watches us, knows everything about us, and begins to try to change us.
Twitter has become the world's #1 news site.
Technology is never good or bad. It's what we do with the technology.
Eventually, millions of people are going to be thrown out of jobs because their skills are going to be obsoleted.
Mass unemployment, greater inequalities, even social unrest.
Regardless of whether to be afraid or not afraid, the change is coming and nobody can stop it.
We've invested huge amounts of money, and so it stands to reason that the military, with their own desires, are going to start to use these technologies.
Autonomous weapons systems would lead to a global arms race to rival the nuclear era.
We know what the answer is. They'll eventually be killing us.
These technology leaps are going to yield incredible miracles and incredible horrors.
We created it. So I think as we move forward, this intelligence will contain parts of us. And I think the question is, will it contain the good parts or the bad parts?
Survivors called the war Judgment Day. They lived only to face a new nightmare. The war against the machines.
I think we've completely fucked this up. I think Hollywood has managed to inoculate the general public against this question. The idea of machines that will take over the world.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Hal?
We've cried wolf enough times.
Hal?
The public has stopped paying attention because it feels like science fiction. Even sitting here talking about it right now, it feels a little bit silly, a little bit like, oh, this is an artifact of some cheeseball movie.
The Whopper spends all its time thinking about World War III.
But it's not. The general public is about to get blindsided by this.
As a society and as individuals, we're increasingly surrounded by machine intelligence. We carry this pocket device in the palm of our hand that we use to make a striking array of life decisions right now, aided by a set of distant algorithms that we have no understanding.
We're already pretty jaded about the idea that we can talk to our phone and that mostly understands us.
I found quite a number of action films.
5 years ago, no way.
Robotics, machines that see and speak and listen, all that's real now. And these technologies are going to fundamentally change our society.
Now we have this great movement of self-driving cars. Driving a car autonomously can move people's lives into a better place.
I've lost a number of family members, including my mother, my brother and sister-in-law and their kids, to automobile accidents. It's pretty clear we could almost eliminate car accidents with automation. 30,000 lives in the US alone, about 1 million around the world per year.
In healthcare, early indicators are the name of the game in that space. So that's another place where it can save somebody's life.
Here in the breast cancer center,
All the things that the radiologist's brain does in 2 minutes, the computer does instantaneously. A computer has looked at 1 million mammograms, and it takes that data and applies it to this image instantaneously. So the medical application is profound.
Another really exciting area that we're seeing a lot of development in is actually understanding our genetic code and using that to both diagnose disease and create personalized treatments.
The primary application of all these machines will be to extend our own intelligence. We'll be able to make ourselves smarter, and we'll be better at solving problems. We don't have to age. We'll actually understand aging. We'll be able to stop it.
There's really no limit to what intelligent machines can do for the human race. How could a smarter machine not be a better machine? It's hard to say exactly when I began to think that that was a bit naive.
Stuart Russell, he's basically a god in the field of artificial intelligence. He wrote the book that almost every university uses.
I used to say it's the best-selling AI textbook. Now I just say it's the PDF that's stolen most often. Artificial intelligence is about making computers smart. And from the point of view of the public, what counts as AI is just something that's surprisingly intelligent compared to what we thought computers would typically be able to do.
AI is a field of research to try to basically simulate all kinds of human capabilities. We're in an AI era. Silicon Valley has the ability to focus on one bright, shiny thing. It was social networking and social media over the last decade, and it's pretty clear that the bit has flipped.
And it starts with machine learning.
When we look back at this moment, what was the first AI? It's not sexy, and it isn't the thing we consider the movies, but you'd make a great case that Google created not a search engine, but a godhead. A way for people to ask any question they wanted and get the answer they needed.
Most people are not aware that what Google is doing is actually a form of artificial intelligence. They just go there, they type in a thing, Google gives them the answer.
With each search, we train it to be better. Sometimes we type in the search and it tells us the answer before you have finished asking the question. You know, who is the president of Kazakhstan? And it'll just tell you. You don't have to go to the Kazakhstan national website to find out. Didn't used to be able to do that.
That is artificial intelligence. Years from now, when we try to understand, we will say, well, how do we miss it?
It's one of these striking contradictions that we're facing. Google and Facebook et al. Have built businesses on giving us as a society free stuff, but it's a Faustian bargain. They're extracting something from us in exchange, but we don't know what code is running on the other side and why. We have no idea. It does strike right at the issue of how much we should trust these machines.
I use computers literally for everything.
There's so many computer advancements now, and it's become such a big part of our lives.
It's just incredible what a computer can do. You can actually carry a computer in your purse. I mean, how awesome is that?
I think most technology is meant to make things easier and simpler for all of us. So hopefully that just remains the focus.
I think everybody loves their computers.
People don't realize they are constantly being negotiated with by machines. Whether that's the price of products in your Amazon cart, whether you can get on a particular flight, whether you can reserve a room at a particular hotel. What you're experiencing are machine learning algorithms that have determined that a person like you is willing to pay 2 cents more and is changing the price.
Now, computer looks at millions of people simultaneously. For very subtle patterns, you can take seemingly innocent digital footprints, such as someone's playlist on Spotify, or stuff that they bought on Amazon, and then use algorithms to translate this into a very detailed and very accurate, intimate profile.
There is a dossier on each of us that is so extensive, it would be possibly accurate to say that they know more about you than your mother does.
Major cause of the recent AI breakthroughs isn't just that some dude had a brilliant insight all of a sudden, but simply that we have much bigger data to train them on and vastly better computers.
The magic is in the data. It's a ton of data. I mean, it's data that's never existed before. We've never had this data before.
We've created technologies that allow us to capture vast amounts of information. If you think of 1 billion cell phones on the planet with gyroscopes and accelerometers, and fingerprint readers, couple that with the GPS and the photos they take and the tweets that you send, we're all giving off huge amounts of data individually. Cars that drive, as the cameras on them suck up information about the world around them, the satellites that are now in orbit the size of a toaster, the infrared about the vegetation on the planet, the buoys that are out in the oceans to feed into climate models. And the NSA, the CIA, as they collect information about the geopolitical situations. The world today is literally swimming in this data.
Back in 2012, IBM estimated that an average human being leaves 500 megabytes of digital footprints every day. If you wanted to back up only 1 day worth of data that humanity produces, and you print it out on a letter-size paper, double-sided, font size 12, and you stack it up, it would reach from the surface of the Earth to the sun 4 times over. That's every day.
The data itself is not good or evil, it's how it's used. We're relying really on the goodwill of these people and on the policies of these companies. There is no legal requirement for how they can and should use that kind of data.
That, to me, is at the heart of the trust issue.
Right now, there's a giant race for creating machines that are as smart as humans. Google. They're working on what's really the kind of Manhattan Project of artificial intelligence. They've got the most money, they've got the most talent. They're buying up AI companies and robotics companies.
People still think of Google as a search engine and their email provider and a lot of other things that we use on a daily basis. But behind that search box are 10 million servers. That makes Google the most powerful computing platform in the world. Google is now working on an AI computing platform that will have 100 million servers. So when you're interacting with Google, we're just seeing the toenail of something that is a giant beast in the making. And the truth is, I'm not even sure that Google knows what it's becoming.